The SPY makes a new intraday all-time high, but fails to close above resistance. What does this mean for the markets moving forward? Welcome back, all of you high-quality traders. In today's video, we will be going over the SPY, the QQQs, and the VIX. And at the end of this video, I will be giving out two high-quality trade setups that I'm seeing on the charts for the coming sessions. Alright guys, let's get into it. First up, we have the SPY on the 4-hour time frame. Today, September 17th, the SPY closed at 563.07. It reached a high of 566.58 and a low of 560.79. We were positive 0.04% on the day. Alright guys, so what is price currently doing? Well, the SPY intraday managed to make a new all-time high at 566.57. Unfortunately, at this level, the bears did step in and push price back down towards support here at 562.17. If this level can hold as support, then we should be headed back up to making new all-time highs and probably headed to our upper weekly expected move. What I would be looking for to happen is us get a full pattern completion of this falling broadening wedge here that the SPY created back in July and August. But if that doesn't happen, and say the SPY falls below its support here at 562.17, I'd be looking for the lows from today to be taken out at 560.79, and if that happens, then we will be headed down towards its next support level at 557.28. If we bring up our MACD, we are getting dangerously close to a bearish cross, and then we would be headed back down towards the zero line, which would most likely push prices lower on the SPY. There is some bearish divergence here on the RSI between the consolidation area highs and the new all-time high that we made today. For this bearish divergence to be taken out, we must make a new high on the RSI, pushing above the previous highs of around 76.53. If we are able to get above that level on the RSI, then this bearish divergence would be null and void, and we could continue pushing higher. But then we would be also in the overbought territory, so a pullback or consolidation would be imminent. If we go down into the 15-minute time frame and check out our 200 period moving average, SPY is above the moving average at the current moment. Today we dropped down towards it and it did hold as support, and it's continuing its upward slope. As long as we remain above the 200 period moving average on the 15-minute, prices should continue moving higher. But if we were to fall below this 562.17 level and get below our 200 period moving average, then price is most likely headed down towards 557.28. But let's say we stay above our 200 period moving average. We have the highs that we made today at 566.57, which would be our first price target for price to move upwards to. And then, like I was saying, the upper expected move could be our next price target if further price momentum continues. Alrighty, that's it for the SPY. Now let's go over the QQQs on the 4-hour time frame. So the QQQs has been flirting with its resistance level here of 473.87. We need to stay above this level to continue pushing higher. If price can hold this level, we should be headed up to 477.98. If we're able to get above this level, then 481.44 would be our next level of resistance. But if price does not manage to stay above 473.87 and we fall lower, then the 200 period moving average is where price may hold as support, But if that level was to get taken out, we would have support down here at 468.03. Now if we pull up the MACD and the RSI, just like SPY, we're dangerously close to a bearish cross. It does look like with our extended market trading, we are just about to cross on the MACD and headed back down towards the zero line. If this happens, that would be bearish for the market, and we would most likely head down towards support at 468.03. We did make a small divergence on the RSI today with the highs that price made. Oops. So we have this high and lower high on the RSI, while price was able to make a new high today. So that is a bearish divergence, and that's probably why price fell back down to support here, 473.87. Now if we go into the 15-minute time frame, one thing to be aware of is we are below the 200 period moving average on the 15-minute. So if price cannot get back above this 200 period moving average, then we should be headed lower down to 468.03. But if price manages to get back above the moving average, then we should continue higher up to 477.98. I'd be looking for the highs from yesterday's candles to get taken out at 477.59, and then a push above our resistance of 477.98. Alrighty guys, let's go over the VIX. So the VIX on the 15-minute time frame is above its 200 period moving average. It is moving sideways at the current moment, so we're not getting a lot of information here. We have gotten above resistance of 1722. So if we stay above this level, price is most likely headed up towards 1888. If we go out here to the 4-hour time frame, it does look like we found resistance at the 200 period moving average on the 4-hour time frame, and then price has fallen lower after encountering the moving average. But if price does get above this and we head up towards that 1888 level, then price is most likely headed to fill this gap on the 4-hour time frame that doesn't fill until around 2198. But say price heads lower and we break below 1722, then price will most likely head to the gap fill on the lower end that doesn't fill until around $15. That would be the bullish scenario for the market. Alrighty guys, that's it for the indices. Now let's go over my high quality trade setups for the week. So we are looking at Costco as our first high quality trade setup. Now this is a short trade. Costco is in a rising wedge pattern on the daily time frame. So for this to be a confirmed rising wedge pattern, price needs to break below this ascending trend line on the bottom of this pattern. If we drop below the 893 level, price is most likely headed towards 868.80, these lows here. And if we fall below this level, then price will head down towards 843.30. For this to be a confirmed rising wedge pattern, as I was saying, price does need to fall below this lower ascending trend line. Now if we bring up the MACD on the daily time frame, we are dangerously close. We are about to get a bearish cross on the MACD and create our first purple bar on the histogram that would be bearish and would probably push price down towards that 869.37 level. That would be my first price target if I were to trade this one after it broke this ascending trend line. Ultimately, this pattern would complete down here at 792.13. Because this is a daily time frame pattern, and this pattern took about 3 months to form, or 2.5 months to form, it would probably take at least a couple weeks for this pattern to get a full completion of its opening. Okay, that's the Costco trade. Now, our next one is Caterpillar. Caterpillar stock on the 4-hour time frame has broken out of a bullish pennant pattern here on the charts. So because this is our first candle to break above this descending trend line, it is bullish for price to head up towards 356.74. If we're able to get above this level, then the highs here is where price is most likely headed towards 369.28. So if I were to trade this one, I would buy tomorrow morning, and if we're able to get above this 356.74 level, then I would hold towards 369.28, then ultimately sell somewhere around this level. I would also be watching our MACD and the RSI to see what divergences or how overbought I could see or that we got. But another reason I'm bullish on this setup is we have gotten our second green bar to produce on the histogram, and we have made a bullish cross and price is moving up into positive territory. These are bullish signals that should continue pushing price higher. I would say as a stop loss on this trade though, if price was to break below these lows here of the breakout candle, so the low would be 349.06, then that would be a signal to get out of the trade because it may be headed in the other direction. Nothing's for certain in this market, guys, so always set your stop losses and have price targets and sell at your price targets. Don't get greedy, because it's when you get greedy that you ultimately lose the most. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that greatly. I make this content from Sunday to Thursday, so tune in if you'd like to see more. Also, if you have any stocks of interest that you would like me to do a video on, if I see some bullish or bearish setups, then I'll put them on my channel. Thanks again for watching. High quality trades. I'll see you guys in the next video.